Hey guys, what's going on? Combat Insiders back again. Nick Portella right there in the middle. Josh Furs over here. Thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to check out Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. Everything is just /Combat Insider, so go check it out. Special guest with us via Skype. He's going to be fighting at the Bare Knuckle FC number 4 card. He's going to be facing Chris Lights Out Lytle. That's JC Llamas over there. JC, what's up, my friend?
Amazing. How you guys doing?
We're good, man.
Doing good.
I guess just kind of like we were talking about before, man. You know, we did the face-to-face series with you and Chris a few weeks ago, and we had a lot of fun with that. That turned out amazing. I guess maybe just maybe let fans know. I guess you're a little more your personal side. Tell us. We know you have your hand into a lot of pots, man. We know there's a book thing going on. You have a music thing going on.
The gym thing going on.
The gym thing. You're involved in a lot of stuff. I guess just maybe tell people all about it, man.
Definitely. I love to do lots of things, but when I have a problem, I guess I get I get addicted to things that I like. Like, for example, maybe this is gonna sound weird, but a lot of my friends they smoke weed, right? They do drugs and they smoke weed. Let's say just weed, and a lot of people tell me, "Hey, you should smoke one," you know. And on my head, I was like, "Man, if I start smoking weed, I probably like it and wanna be the best weed smoker ever." So I have never tried actually smoking weed, like never, because in my head, not in my head, in reality, when I try to do something and I like it, I want to take it to the next level. Like I want to train for it, and I want to how to say, spend time
You just want to be the best no matter what it is. You're always working towards being the best.
Yeah, so when I was growing up as a kid, I grew up in San Vicente, Nayarit. And we grew up in a really small place named San Vicente, Nayarit. It's like 15-20 minutes from Puerto Vallarta. And it was a small town, very small town. And it was like everybody there was a Mexican cowboy, a Mexican charro, and I used to be one too. Like I used to have my little horse. It was my broom, and I used to want it to be like I was just making up names, like, oh, my name is this charro, like from the Mexican Revolution or something. Like it was crazy, and so I was growing up with that idea, and but our grandfather passed away when I was maybe 6 years old. I think I was 6 years old. And it was just me, my brother, and my grandma. My mom and my dad, they were separated. They live in different states, and they see us once in a while. Like our dad, every other month, used to come by and visit our grandma. And we were really poor. We didn't really have a financial help or anything. There's no back in Mexico. It's not like you get food stamps, you get help from the government. No, you find your way to survive, and that's it. So me, my grandma, my brother, started struggling since we were little, and we used to for example, I used to go cut I think it's called haze for the cows to eat.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my brother, and a bunch of little kids. We used to walk or run maybe 20 miles to the how do you say it? Cerro, it's like a mountain where they have all the haze for the cows, and they used to pay us 5 pesos for line. It was like a long as line, and 5 pesos back in the day. It was probably 50 cents, I guess. It was 50 cents, and it used to take us, me and my brother, probably 4 or 5 hours just to cut the haze of one entire line of the acre, because we were doing it by hand. So God. We used to start making I guess a dollar, sometimes $2 a day, and using cutting haze, and we use that money just to buy food and just to survive. And sometimes we used to go fishing. I didn't like fish back then. I only like shrimps, but I didn't like fish because I had a bad experience. One day I was eating the fish and the big bone of the fish got stuck on my throat and I almost died. And then I
Mm,
was like, man, I don't gonna eat fish anymore. And I was like very, very young, like 9 years old, something like that. And
mm,
so the idea of my book started from that. Like we started struggling and finding a way to survive, and I started playing sports. Like any sports that we play, we bet money. Like
mm,
anything, like we play marbles, we pay, we play for like, I don't know, like 10 cents or like 2 cents, whatever it was. And we use that money to buy food and to pay for the electricity, the water, and so everything that I play, I start playing basketball, I start playing soccer, I start playing like any sports. We play for money, and it wasn't like a lot of money. It was just a little bit, but that little bit it was enough for us to buy maybe like couple eggs and
mm,
or like tortillas or something like that to eat.
mm,
And I start getting the idea that I need to be good or I don't eat that day. Like if we don't win whatever we play, we don't eat.
mm.
And my brother, I was kind of like I'm the younger one, but I was the one that from my family, for me and my brother, I was the I'm the one always like trying to look out for the family. My
Mm.
brother was a little bit more relaxed in that side. Like he wasn't like too hungry to go make some money. He was like, oh, whatever happens, fine. And so I was the one always like pushing. And I started playing chess. I'm two times national champion in chess in Mexico.
Really?
And yes, I was really good. And
I'm bringing a chessboard to Mexico. It's on. Me and you.
Yeah,
sounds
I'm known to dabble in some chess as well. I used to play chess a lot back in the day, but nothing like that. But
Okay. When they got a
oh,
chess piece,
wow,
you're not beating him. It's
no,
just you're not beating him.
my tattoos. It has like things that I done like professionally in my career, like
yeah,
chess,
yeah,
I see soccer.
soccer. I was gonna play. There's a long story. You see right now. It's a lot of crazy things, man. And so um, my grandma at one point in my life, she told me that like whenever she's gone, she want me to take care of my brother. I was like 10 years old, and I was like, "What? You crazy? Like I'm 10, he's 12. Like how?"
mm,
She told me that whenever she passed away and she's no longer with us, she want me to take care of my brother. And my brother was taller than me, bigger than me, and I didn't understand it. Like why? And he's like, "Bob, I know you're gonna succeed in life. I know you're gonna be someone important, and your brother, he's gonna need your help. So I need you to help him. Like, cause I can see that you really wanna become somebody important." So
mm,
on my head, I was like, I don't know, man, but I try my best. But he's bigger than me. He's older. He's supposed to take care of me and protect me.
mm,
And we keep living life just like that, and it was something normal for us. We were like sometimes we didn't eat for one day, sometimes we didn't eat for 2 days. Like it was bad, and we didn't have electricity for months. Sometimes 3 4 months until we save enough money to pay for electricity, and we used to use candles or use get a lot of wood from the mango. There was a bunch of mango trees like a block away from our house, like a mango. I don't know, like where they grow the mangoes. I forgot, like
hmm like a
I don't
orchard,
know.
like a mango orchard.
Yes, but it was like thousands of mango, like a half a block, like 2 3 acres of mangoes, like that, like a mango
Mm,
3 acres. And it was
mm,
huge. So we used to
mm,
just go. We used to have like a trees in our house too,
hmm
but our backyard wasn't like, it was small. That was like, I don't know, like very small. And little by little I started adjusting to life and finding ways to survive and make more money, like doing different things. Like we used to go fishing and sell that fish, and get that money and buy something else that is cheaper. For example, if I sell like a 2 pounds of shrimps, for example, I sell it for like maybe 20 pesos, like $1 or $2, and use that money to buy like I don't know, like 20 eggs, 40 eggs, and so we can survive and have more food to eat. And sometimes when nobody wanted to buy it, we just eat it. And so that's how I was raised my whole life. And I started, I think like 12, 13, I started doing writing lyrics, poems, poetry, and I start saving money to buy like a little tape player. Whenever, I don't know if you remember the tapes. We used to have tape.
Yeah.
Cassette.
Okay. Cassettes.
Yeah.
That's how I made my first song in a cassette. We put the clean tape, the clean cassette in one side, and then the other one, and then we just get the radio and we just rap on it, like scream at it, like loud, and that's how we recorded. We didn't have microphone, we didn't have none of that, and that's how we record our music. So I start, but the thing is, you have to do it right in one take, because if you mess it up, you have to start all over again.
Yeah.
So it took forever to make one song right, and so I guess 14 I started skateboarding and breakdancing, and the breakdancing. There was a girl in my hometown. Her name is Maria, and I guess she kind of liked me a little bit, but I didn't like her that much. I liked her sister, and I think her sister liked me better too. And I was kind of like a popular kid in my hometown because the skateboarding, the breakdancing, and she invited me to be on the quinceañera, like the dancers.
That's
But
the 16-year-old birthday, right?
Yeah, they call it Sweet 16 here,
Yeah.
but it's actually 15 back in Mexico.
Oh,
15,
okay.
yeah. Quinceañera, like a sweet 15 in Mexico is 15 and here 16. I don't know why, but anyways. But to be in a quinceañera, you need to, I guess, get you on or pay for your own like clothes, like the uniform, and I couldn't afford it. That, and so, but I didn't know how to tell her that I was broke and I was poor and I didn't have no money. So I told her, I have something better for you. I told her, like, I have something better for you. So don't invite me to be the dancer for the quinceañera. I have a surprise for you that you're gonna love. So I'd rather do that instead of dancing with you. And on my head I was like, man, what did I do? Like, what have I done? Like, because I have nothing. Like, I have nothing.
He was buying time.
Yes. And she said, like, okay. I like that. And so I talked to some of my friends. It was Ezequiel, and also my friend Leo. If you see this, remember this. Leo, Batman. That was just their nicknames. We had it was like 10 kids. And so I talked to all of them. I told them, look, I want to do a special dance for Maria for her quinceañera, like a break dance show for her. And they didn't know how to dance that well. Like, I was barely starting. I had maybe 2-3 months barely start breakdancing, and I didn't know that much. So I started making a choreography with all of us, and honestly, it was really nice. I don't know if you remember the song from the Bastrix Boys, like the song go, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that song was popping, barely start popping back in Mexico, and so we used that song, and we started on our knees, and when the song started, like, everybody, we were like that, and start like dancing, right? And the choreography was nice, and we asked him, hey, I know you guys don't have money to get any type of clothes, so let's just get blue jeans, if you have blue jeans, or dark, or anything, but like blue and a white shirt. And the reason why is because that was the school uniform. And everybody had it, so we just, okay, blue jeans and a white shirt, that's perfect. So we went to the event, and we talked to the guy in charge of the sound, the DJ. We tell him, like, okay, we have a special dance. We didn't know it was called break dance. We call it rap. We have a rap that we're gonna do, and that's how they name it too. They think the break dance was called rap, and we have some rappers here that they're gonna dance on our head. That was the way. That was the way to call it until eventually we understand that that wasn't the name. That it was break dance, and so we got there and we were about to go. Everybody was nervous. I was nervous too, and they said, "Okay, we're gonna start in 5 minutes." And I told everybody, "All right, guys, let's do this." And for our town, that was the first time they were gonna see something like that, like the first time, because I tell you, they were like very cowboy oriented. They were like crazy like that, like they didn't see these things before, and so when we're about to go, everybody back out. Everybody, like all my 10 friends, I told them, "Are you guys ready?" I was like, "No, man, I don't think I can do this. I don't feel good. Like, they're gonna throw up." And everybody started telling me the same excuse, like they don't feel good. And I have my right hand. His name was Jim. We call him. Well, his name was Ezekiel. We call him Jim. And he was like the other guy, just like me. That he was out. He was in. He don't care. He don't care to be embarrassed. He's like, "Let's do it." And so everybody else back out. And I was like, "Man, I can't believe it." So I was like, "All right, let's go." So everything was dark. The DJ, he like got some smoke, like shh. And then everything was dark, and they have like the black light. So our white shirt bright, it was bright. So we were on our knees with our hands on our head, this, and the sun started. Everybody, and we were like, man, just me and him. And we started dancing, and he was one step behind me, like, but it looked good because it looked like whatever I did, he did it like a second after, because he didn't know that much. He knew the choreography, but I guess he forgot it, and he was looking at me. He was right behind me. He was here in the back, and I was in the front, and whatever I did, he did it 1 second before. So we started doing the move, and everything looked synchronized perfect, bro. Like, it looked amazing. So we started dancing, and then at the end of the show, he put his hands, and he made me do a backflip, and I made him do a backflip too. And whenever we land, we do like a little windmill, and then the windmill, we land like this, like on the side. And that was the end of the song, and everybody was like, they got up and like, wow! Amazing, bro. Like, that was the first time in my life that I felt that people care about what I was doing. Like, people were excited, and that feeling was amazing. And I was like 14 years old, and everybody started bringing me beer. Like, "Bro, here you go, take a beer." And I was like, "No, I don't drink. I don't like that." I didn't like the taste, and I tried it before, but I didn't like the taste. And bringing me food and bringing me stuff, and everybody started like, "Man, like that was something incredible." Maria, I think she fell in love with me after that, but I didn't like her. I like her sister, and so I started dating her sister later, like eventually. And we didn't really date. It was more like I asked her if she wanted to be my girlfriend, and she said yes, and that's it. I didn't even kiss her or hang out with her or anything. And like a week later, we broke up. And that was it. and
Did you ever go out with the sister?
No, I didn't really like it.
Okay.
Like, I don't know why. Like, she was cute. She was nice to me. I don't know. I guess I wasn't attracted to her, and I didn't feel her attractive, I guess. But she was nice though. She was nice. She was like really nice to me. She was very smart, and I don't know. I just didn't. She wasn't my type. And next day after the event, I had like 20 kids outside my house asking me if I can teach them how to rap, how to break them.
Yeah.
So I started an empire in my hometown. So we went to the kiosco, like a little plaza, like where people buy stuff and sell stuff, and they have it's called the kiosco. I don't know if you know what that. It's like the center of the plaza, and they have probably that was the nicest floor in the whole entire town where we can break dance, because there were like the streets in our hometown, they were like made of dirt, or like it wasn't like a concrete or anything. No, it was like dirt everywhere. and that was the only place that we can actually like do windmills, spin on our back or heads or something without getting scratched or our back ripped apart
Mm.
from the rocks, the dirt. So that's what we start training, and then we start like I guess rapping, like doing freestyles and
Mm-hmm.
like singing,
Mm-hmm.
rapping, and then the whole town saw that it was getting popular, and like every time we break dance, a lot of people start like watching us and just looking at us, and they're like, man, that's really nice, and they start doing rap battles, break dance, but they
Mm.
call it rap,
Mm-hmm.
and that was perfect because I was the baddest guy in my town. Like they were like no competition for me. Everybody knew what I taught them, and I really love it. I fell in love for breakdancing, so I started like doing every day, every day. So I start winning every Sunday. They have a little competition, and they pay like it wasn't that much. It was like maybe $5 or $10 for the winner.
Mm.
But those $5-10, that was food for me for like 2 or 3 days for me and my grandma, and my brother.
Yeah.
So I started like competing and winning every single competition. And then the next town next to us, they had a competition on Saturdays. So I go there on Saturdays and then on my hometown on Sundays. So I was like, start like little by little making some money. And I try to save money to invest. And then one day in my hometown, this guy named, what's his name? Uh, he was the choreographer of a five-star hotel, like in Puerto Vallarta. A lot of the hotels they have like the animation team, and they do shows at night.
Mm-hmm.
And he came from work at night, and it was like maybe 11 at night, 11:30 at night. And me and my friends we break dance until like 2, 3 in the morning. And he came and asked me, "Hey, would you like to do what you did in our hotel, like for the tourists?" And I didn't believe him. Like he was Agustin, that's his name, Agustin. And I didn't really like believe him. He said like, we have a show, like we had like 14 shows, and one of those shows we do like a like hip hop and break dance. And I was like, nah, this is called rap. I told him, this is rap, homie. And he said like, okay. So if you want to do it, I can set up an interview with Maria. Maria was the activity director. She was like, I guess like the person that she said yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go there tomorrow to the hotel. So I said, okay, sounds good. So next day I didn't go. I didn't have cash to drive there to like go for in the bus, and it was really far away. And I told her I couldn't go. I couldn't go. And two, I didn't really believe him. I thought he was just messing around with me. And 2 days later, he came back again and saw us dance, and he told me, "Hey, we were waiting for you at the hotel." The name of the hotel is back then was Eden. Right now, I think it changed to Solaris Sunset Bay, and it was one of the. It wasn't many hotels in that side of the city, but right now there are not more. And they asked me like, why you didn't show up? Like he asked me, and I was like, well, first I didn't have any money to go over there, and two, I didn't really believe you. Like I thought you were just messing with me. So he said, okay, how about tomorrow? You can come and see the shows that we have, and you can talk to her. And I was like, what time? I'm like, well, the show start at 9 o'clock, and it's like a 1 hour, hour and a half, and you can see it. And I was like, well, it's gonna be too late. I don't have any money. I was like 15, 16. Yeah, I think I was like 15, 16. And I don't have any money to pay for a taxi. And at night, there's no buses that go over there and drive me back. I had to walk or get a ride or get a taxi. And there's not many people that are willing to give me a ride at 10, 11 at night. Right. So he said, I know where you live, like, because I live in the Infonavit, like 4 or 5 blocks, maybe like 5 blocks passing by your house. And I pass by like every day, and I see you there. And there's a bus that picks us up every day at 8 o'clock. So if you want, we can pick you up in your house. Just be there on time at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and we can pick you up and we drive you back. Like, because they pick us up on the bus and drive us back to our house after the show is done.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, sounds good. So they did that, and I didn't know, but the DJ of the whole event, it was our friend Tito. He used to play soccer with us. Like we play like soccer games once in a while, and he saw me. He's like, Chino? No, they used to call me Chino. I used to have a curly hair. Now I shaved my head, but they used to call me Chino, and it means curly hair. Not Chinese. It means curly hair. And so he said, Chino, what are you doing here? And I was like, what are you doing here? And he told me, oh, I'm the DJ for the hotel. I was like, okay, well, they invited me to go see the shows because I might be dancing. I might be doing some raps with them. I was still had the idea that I was called rap, not breakdance. And he said, oh, that's good, man. So that's you then. I guess already somebody mentioned it, that they were going to have a dancer to watch the show. So I went and watched the show. Man, the show was amazing. Like Las Vegas set up, like a nice fancy stage, the lights, everything was amazing. And the dancers for the breakdance part, they sucked, man. They didn't know how to breakdance. They were bad. They were really bad. And when I saw them, I was like, oh my God, I can beat these guys. A breakdance. It was breakdance, but I call it rapping. I can beat these guys. Like these guys doesn't know how to dance, breakdance or rap. And then I talked to the Maria, the activities director, and after the show was done, they closed the curtains, and in the backstage, she kind of did like a little audition and show me what you got. So I showed my breakdancing, and she loved it. She's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, this is what we need for the show. And I used to have curly hair and long hair too, so a little how do you call it, like a little piece of hair, it kind of like dropped in her head, and I was really teeny and tiny. And she said, like, man, you kind of look like Michael Jackson with the hair like that. And I used to do like a Michael Jackson impersonations, just the dancing, not the lyrics. I didn't know how to speak English at all. And I was like, boy, I can do the moonwalk, I can do like some popping. And she's like, oh my God, for real? Because we have another show that the whole show is Michael Jackson, and the Michael Jackson guy doesn't know how to do the moonwalk. So the guy that impersonated Michael Jackson at the hotel for the show, he didn't know how to moonwalk, and he didn't know how to do the popping and the movement, and he was way too big. He was buff, and like he didn't look nothing like Michael Jackson, and he couldn't dance like Michael Jackson. So she said, you hire, and you're gonna be doing two shows, the Michael Jackson and the break dancing.
Wow.
So I was like, awesome. So they weren't paying me that much. It was like $5 a show, but that's good. That's good because I was doing like a couple shows a week, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, and that's extra money plus whatever I make on the competition and whatever I make like hassling here and there. So I was like, okay, little by little, I'm surviving now. Like I don't have to struggle too much. And I was going to school in the morning, and I was playing chess. I was killing everybody in chess, man. And one day, there was a teacher named David Mota. David Mota. Mota means weed. I don't know, but that was his last name. And he used to be a really good chess player back in the day. And I was really nice. Like I didn't cuss. I didn't say like nothing mean to people. Like our grandma, if I cuss or something, she whooped me. So yeah, she whooped me. Like our whoops are like I slapped her 3 times in the butt. No, she hit me with whatever she find, like a metal bars, whatever. And every time she whooped me, I was bleeding somewhere. I swear, I was bleeding somewhere. So I have to stay straight. Like I cannot be messing up. Like half of the neighborhood, they were like thugs and people that do drugs or sell drugs or steal or do bad things, really bad things. And I have to stay away from them. And even though I hung out with them because they were like either my cousins or like people, our neighbors or something, we play soccer against them or something. Or I used to fight all the time, not because I wanted to, it was just for survival. So every time I did something wrong, like, and it wasn't even that wrong, she corrected me. Like she whooped me really bad, and that kept me straight. So I'm grateful that she did that, because if not, I would have been in jail right now, or like maybe dead. So when I was in high school, playing chess, this guy, like, I was like the baddest guy in my school playing chess, and I was already competing, doing tournaments and killing everybody in competitions. This teacher, David Mota, he was very cocky. He said like he was like one of the baddest chess players in Mexico, and he competed and everything. And in my high school, they called me taquero. Taquero means taco maker. And it's another crazy story. I never sell tacos in my life, but in one of the classes in the high school, they show us how to do pieces of metal, like screws and different stuff. And there's like a big machine, they call in Spanish torno. So to be able to be in that class, you need like a jacket, like a mechanical jacket, like the one that you put. And so
Right.
I don't know how to call it, but I couldn't afford it. Like I didn't have money to buy that jacket. So there were lockers, and they told us like, if you don't have anything to cover your clothes, you won't be able to be in this class. And I really loved that class. Like it was basically, that's why I went to school, that specific high school, so I can get my degrees. Because in Mexico, in this high school, you get your bachelor's too by doing those specific classes. And so I opened the lockers, and I couldn't find anything, and I found like a taco how do you call it, mandil? I don't know how to say the mandil. It's like the taco guys, they wear like a something on the back of the neck, and then they tie in the back like a
Oh, an apron.
Oh,
An
yeah.
apron.
Yeah.
apron. Okay, so I found an apron in the lockers, and I put it on, and then I start like messing with the machine, like try to make the screws. And this guy like, look, that guy look like a taco maker. So everybody started calling me taco maker, taquero. And I was like, I don't know why, but that's fine. I don't mind. Whatever. I don't. I didn't like it. They call it taco maker, but whatever. And one of my friends from school, he told David Mota, the teacher, "Hey teacher, why you don't play taquero chess? Like he's undefeated right now. He's been competing and he's been killing everywhere." And he said like, taquero, it's not fair for me to compete against somebody his level. Like I'm up here and he's like
Yeah.
here. Like it's not fair. It's like taking candy from a baby.
Right.
And then I didn't like what he said. I didn't like it. I was like on my head, this guy, he's just probably mad that he's not killing it like I'm doing it. But I didn't say anything. And that teacher, I don't know if he's gay or not, but sometimes whenever he was explaining the move, his voice or his hand gestures or his facial, like he said things that it make it look like he might be gay, you know. And I don't have nothing against gay people. I have a lot of friends, cousins that they're gay, and I don't have nothing against. But he was showing like an equation, and I was really good at math. Like the reason why I was good at mathematics or any things at school is because I used to do the test for my friends, and I charged them money. I say, you want a plus, it's gonna cost you this much. You want a B, it's gonna cost you this much. So that was another way of me hustling and making some extra money. So I need to be good at it.
Yeah.
So he was explaining the equation, and he asked, "Okay, does anybody knows the answer for this?" And like with that voice that you can tell he was gay, but nobody say anything because he was one of the toughest teachers. Like if you say something bad about him or you say something mean to him, he kick you out of the school. And to get into that school is hard, and especially for me because I got there with a scholarship, and I didn't want to lose anything. So he he asked about the equation, and I said, "Yeah, teacher, is this a plus b is equal x2 minus double x, something like that." And he's like, "This, I swear to God, okay, this is what he did." He's like, "Oh my God, Llamas, that's good, that's right. Oh my God, like so gay, like everything's so gay." And on my head, okay, on my head, I was like, T-shirt, you look so gay right now. I swear that you look so gay. That's what I said on my head. And then everybody was like, and then I turned around and everything was quiet. And then I was like, no, I didn't say it loud. I know. And then the teacher looked at me like, Llamas! I was like, no, I didn't. On my head, I was like, oh my God, this is it. I'm done. And he told me like, Llamas, get out of my classroom right now. And I was still in shock, like, oh my God, I did say it. And I'm so sorry, teacher. I didn't mean to. Like, forgive me, please. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Get out. So I got my stuff, and then I got out of the classroom, and I was right next to the classroom by the window, paying attention. And he's like, "Get out of here! I want to see you." And I was like, "Oh my God, please, like, teacher." And the reason why is because on my head, I thought he's gonna kick me out of the school, and I couldn't afford that because next week we have exams, and next week exams for me, that's like a food for the next month, because I do an exam for like 4 or 5 of my friends, but not just one exam. I do all of them for them. They were really like bad at school, like they didn't really care, but they have money, so they can afford to pay me to pass them. And on my head, like, I can't do that. Like, I was already counting in that money. And so next day I went to class and he kicked me out too. I don't want to see you inside my classroom. I don't want to see you. Like, I have kicked so many people, so many students from less than what you did, and you're not going to be the exception. Just be grateful I'm not kicking you out of the whole school. Okay? And I was like, fuck, man, like, what can I do, you know? And I was asking one of my friends about, like, the homework, whatever he leave for homework and stuff like that, so I can still do it and bring it to him. And whenever he arrived, I leave my homework in his desk, and he can see that I did it, and he ignored it. He saw it. He just put it over there and like that. But every time I did my homework and give it to him, and then when the exams came, he let me actually do the exam, and I passed. I did the exam for all my friends. Like, no, it was like 4 or 5 of them, and they all passed. Like, some of them, like, they got exactly what they pay for. Like, because the teacher knows, and I was smart too. Like, this guy, for example, Felipe, is like one of the dumbest kid in the school. He's not gonna get an A+. He knows, and
right.
He's not stupid either. He's like, okay.
So you got to give him like a C, right? Like a C or something. Yeah.
C or B.
Yeah.
Because the teacher, like, there's no way Felipe got an A+. Like,
yeah.
He don't even know how to spell his name.
Yeah.
And so he told me, like, I pay you extra, JC Taquero, to make sure I get a C, no a B, no a A+, a C. Make sure I get a C, he told me. I said, okay. So I had to get like a couple answers wrong on purpose just to make sure he gets a C. Because anything after that, it looks suspicious, and there's no way.
Right.
A C already looks suspicious for him, and there's no way that he's gonna get A+. So anyways, so I did that. He got a C, and everybody like got whatever they pay for. So my exam, he gave me a 0, a F. Like, I did not pass, and I was like, teacher, thank you for letting me do the exam, but you failed me. Like, I think I got a A+. Like, I think I got every answer right. And he said, Llamas, that's how he called me. He called me by my last name. Llamas, you did something really wrong, and I told you I kicked students out of the school for less than what you did, and you're not gonna be the exception. So you can keep doing the exams or whatever you want, but you're not gonna be the exception, like I told you before. And I was like, I wanted to cry, man.
Mm.
You were still making money though. At least you were there.
I was making money, and but I was gonna lose my scholarship because when my scores drop, I lose my scholarship, and I needed to pass because I want to get the academic scholarship and the sports. So for my college, I get like 100% cover the cost for college, and I already got a like like exactly where I wanted to go in college and back in my hometown. I mean, back well, yeah, in my hometown. It wasn't in my hometown, the college, but I already got like a proposal and everything for college, and I already have everything planned. So if I messed up that class, goodbye scholarship. And so one of my one of my friends told him like, teacher, why don't play chess with Taquero? Like he's a good player, and he said like, I'm gonna tell you this for the last time. Taquero is not at my level. Llamas is not at my level, and I'm not in a talking relationship with Llamas right now because what he did. So yeah, it's not necessary that you can mention him. I'm not gonna play with him. So the whole semester he failed me all the exams. I passed everybody, and then I went to a starting year. Like starting year is like the last opportunity to pass the test. If you don't pass it, that's it. You have to repeat the whole year. And so I was at the library with the rest of the entire high school doing the starting year test. And I was like, you know what? I can make a lot of money right here with these guys. But I told the teacher, how about if you do the test, like the oral test, like whatever equation you want, I do it to you orally from my head. And he's like, Llamas, it's not that you fell in the test. Like you passed. I know you passed. I know, brother, you one of the smartest kids or the smartest kid in the school. But what you did is what got you here. What you said, okay? And I told her, like, teacher, let's do this. How about if we play chess? And if you beat me, I do the year again, all over again, the whole year. But if I beat you, you pass me. Like whatever you want to pass me, but you pass me. A plus will be awesome for my scholarship, but whatever you want. And he said, get the board. So I went to get the board, and everybody from the school, like they went to the library. Oh, Taquero's playing the Mota, Taquero. Like it was like a big thing. It was like huge because nobody has been the teacher ever in his life, and he was like 300 years old or something like that. He was old. And so we started playing chess, and he was really good. He was really good, and we started playing chess, and I developed this strategy where I don't know. I kind of like make it look like I'm losing, but in reality I'm trapping him. And like we start playing. I started like playing with his head. Like every time I sacrifice a piece, and he took it. I was like, oh no, you got me, you getting me, you so good. Like kind of like telling him he was killing me. And the boy looked like he was killing me, but in reality I was trapping him little by little. And so I got to the point that I just needed him to eat my knight, so I can like get him where I wanted to be. So there's a rule. I don't know if you play by that rule, but we do. Every piece that you touch, you have to move it. You cannot let it go and then do something else. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like thinking like I was gonna move the bishop or the castle or something, and then I touched it like by accident. I make it look like by accident I touched the horse, and I was like, oh no, I already touched the knight. I have to move it. Where I can move it, man, and man, I don't have no option. I just gonna put it here. And he fell for it, man. He got it. He ate it, and I was like, oh man, you killing me. And then I was like, all right, he's gonna move this one here. Oh, check. And he's like, what? Check. And then he's like, that's nothing. He just moved his king, and I'm gonna move this one here, man. I'm done. Check. Look, check. And he moved. I was like, he's getting trapped, and like he's looking nervous now. And then like, man, I only have this piece left, so let's just put this one here. Check. And he got one more place to move, and that's it. He just put it, and then I just moved my castle, and checkmate, I think. Yeah, checkmate. And he's like, no, wait, well, go back. I was like, wait. Before you move any of my pieces, it's done, right? It's checkmate. Just check, double check, because I don't want to like, see, it wasn't checkmate. No, double check right here. Don't move anything. Just look at it. I think it's checkmate. Look. And yeah, it was checkmate. And then he's like, okay, move this one back. So he tried to find out when exactly I got him, like when exactly, because then he realized I was playing with him. I was messing with him. But then like 10, 12 move behind, I already trapped him. Like 12 move behind, I already got him. And then he realized that. He's like, that was good, Llamas. That was really good. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, that was good. Congratulations. And he shake my hand, and I was like, oh, thank God. So you're gonna pass me, right? And he's like, yeah, I give you a D.
There you go.
Barely passing it. I was like, oh my God. But that's better. That's better than failing. So I passed, and when the whole thing was over, the whole semester was over, he came and told me like, hey, I'm one of the presidents from the, like, in charge of the other college, and he wanted me to go to the college that he was teaching to, and he wanna offer me like a full scholarship, because I was in the soccer team, the basketball team, the athletic team. Like, I was one of the main guys, but also for the academics, I was like one of the main guys too. And he offered me a full scholarship, and the college that he was teaching to, the chess club, and like basically like represent their school. And I was like, yeah, that sounds really good. But I felt a little resent with him. Like, I didn't really. I hate the fact that I have really good scores except his, and
Right.
And he made me suffer for like 4 or 5 months, and at the end, I didn't go to any college, man. I couldn't go. I couldn't afford, like, even with the 90% scholarship that they were offering me in the other place.
Yeah.
It was way too much money, so I didn't go. But something amazing happened. The hotel that I was working, another hotel offered me double the money, and I was working there full time doing shows. And then they start telling me like, you're a really good dancer. We would like you to travel around the world to all the hotels that we have, and you can do your shows there and teach the choreography, the movement to all the other new dancers and the animation stuff. And something, I don't know if it's like I was born with it, like a gift, but I have passion for entertaining people. And all the customers that arrive to the hotel, I made them happy, man. Like, I always like play like any sports, or like invite them like to join us to play sports with us. Like, 'cause the job with animation is to make the customers have a good time in the hotel, and at night the show. So I get along with everybody, and everybody loving me there. Like, all the hotels that I was working, like I made the games really fun. And so I have something like a little spark in me that make everybody happy around, like, that was playing with us. So the director of the hotel, he saw that, and he liked me. Like, I want you to teach everybody how do you do that. Like, how do you play with customers, and every game that you do, whatever game that you do is packed, is full, and everyone's having a good time. And we get customers coming back to the hotel because of you, because you made them feel welcome, you made them feel like happy, and that's good. Like, I want you to teach them that. So I started traveling around the world. Like, I barely was 18. Like, my mom and my dad, they didn't want to sign my passport when I was 17 to go out of the country, because I was a minor. You need to be 18 to be an adult. So as soon as I turned 18, I got my passport myself, and let's go. So I started traveling Cuba, Bahamas, Brazil, different places, and doing that, like dancing and playing games and having fun. And I was playing soccer in the Bahamas, and one of the photographers for the hotel, he was involved with the soccer team from the Bahamas, and I was really good at soccer. And he told me that I should do tryouts for the team in the Bahamas. and they're really good over there. They're really good. They're fast, but they weren't as good as my hometown kids. So when I started playing, they got interested in me, and they kind of tried to like offer me like a citizenship to play for them, and that was like really awesome because I'm gonna be able to travel everywhere and playing soccer and stuff like that. But then I got a call from home saying that my grandma, she got cancer. So I quit everything. I quit the hotel, I quit the soccer, everything, and I moved back home to with my grandma, and I stayed with her. And all the money that I was saving, I started like, helping her like to pay for the medicine and whatever we could. And I realized that in Mexico I wouldn't be able to afford the medicines. Like being in Mexico, I won't be able to afford to pay for her medicines. And back in Mexico, it's not like a government help. Like, oh yeah, we help her. We can know. Like you had to pay out of your pocket, or you gone. So it was very expensive, very expensive. And I looked for a job in Mexico, doing the same thing, animation and dancing for a different hotel. And the money was going fast. Like wherever I was making, it was going like right away.
Right.
And I told him, look, Grandma, I think I can help you better if I move to the States and work there. And here I won't be able to, like, because we barely surviving right now. Like, and I was making decent money, but it's not enough. And so I moved to the States, and I started working, installing cable and internet. Sorry, I started working with DirecTV, installing antennas first. And I was making decent money, so everything I was making, I was sending to my family back in Mexico,
right.
And just enough to pay my bills here and send the rest over there, and everything was going good. Then 6 months later, I went back, and she was doing a little better, and I was like, okay, this is working, so I think we can continue with this, and like hopefully in like a year or two, everything is gonna go back to normal. So I quit DirecTV and I started working at Bright House. And the reason why Bright House is because they pay for my school. And everyone is bachelors, and they say if you do a specific amount of jobs, and those jobs are like a high quality jobs, you don't have to go back and fix something that you did wrong.
Right.
You get a percentage, like a score. And if you have a specific score every month, you qualify to get the scholarship for the school. Now, that was just from the work, but at school you had to have a specific score to get paid free. So like the Bright House pay for the school, but if you school drops, you gotta pay out of your pocket. So I was doing fiber optics. I wanted to get my master's in engineer fiber optics, and I was related to similar to what was going to school back in Mexico, like mechanics engineer and physics and mathematics. So very similar, I guess, type of work in school. So I started doing that for 7 years. I was doing my school. It was 9 semesters total, and I did 8 semesters. Yeah, it was a lot. And I did 9 semesters and everything. And that's when I found MMA. My grandma got sick. I mean, like really bad, and they took it to the hospital again. And they told us that they needed certain amount of money for the hospital, and I already sent everything. Like I have no more money with me, and they told us, they say if we don't pay this money by Monday, we're gonna kick her out. They're gonna kick her out of the hospital, and we don't have nowhere to go. We have no money, and I have nothing on me. And I started asking a lot of friends, and I have like 5 months of jiu-jitsu. 5 months of jiu-jitsu. I wasn't doing boxing or anything, just jiu-jitsu. 5 months. And then I started asking my friends, and nobody has any money. Everybody was like, I don't have any, bro. I don't have any. And whenever they told me, Paul Gonzalez, he said, like, well, there's a fight. There's an MMA fight on Saturday at the Eagle Mountain Casino. It's an Indian reservation, so you don't need to get your license. You don't need to get like your blood work or anything. You just like show up and fight. And there's a guy who's opponent back down, and his name is Gabriel Gill. That was my first professional fight, Gabriel Gill. and if you want to fight, we can get you that fight. And they paying $300 to show and $200 to win. And I was like, that's the $500 that I need. But it's this Saturday, and it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday. But you need to be at 170, 171 max. And then I checked my weight. I was 197, and I was like, man, how can I do it? So when I was going to work at Bright House, I put my sauna suit under me, like a bags and everything. So I took like 2-3 uniforms on my truck to change, because I was soaking wet every like an hour, 2 hours. I was like sweating like crazy. So I started like cutting weight, like not eating for like 3 days. I didn't eat anything, like just barely a little bit of water just to survive. I passed out like 2-3 times, man, in that cut. But I made weight. I went to the fight, and I saw my opponent. I got intimidated, man. I saw him, and I was like, man, this guy is huge. This guy is huge. So we went and fight. And when I was fighting, like right before I get in the cage, I was like, man, what the heck am I doing? Like, I don't have the experience. I never boxed before. I'm very athletic, but that's not gonna be enough. And I have 5 months of jiu-jitsu. 5 months of jiu-jitsu. And I was like, man, I need to do this. I need to do this. So I jump in and we start fighting, and I got tired in the first 30 seconds. I was swinging like crazy, bro, like crazy. And then I got really tired, really tired. But I continue to fight. I keep throwing punches. First round was over. Second round again, and I felt like, man, what am I doing? Like, my head was telling me, like, you gotta quit, man. Like, you can't do it. You're gonna get hurt. Just stop. Just quit. But my heart was telling me, like, look, if you quit right now, your grandma is gonna die, and it's on you. They're gonna kick her out. You're gonna die, and you can let it happen. And for me, my grandma was everything. She's the one that made me who I am. So I continue, and third round, we went at it, and then he threw like a nasty body shot. Around the red, like boom, and they made me spit my mouthpiece. Like my mouthpiece came out like flying, and then he kept throwing punches, and I keep throwing back up and throwing, and then the referee said, okay, stop the fight, let's put the mouthpiece. And he told me, don't spit your mouthpiece again, they're gonna take a point from you. And on my head I was like, I didn't spit it out, you didn't see the punch that he almost gave my soul out of my body with that punch. But he gave me my mouthpiece, and he was mad because my opponent was mad because my movement was really awkward. I was moving like crazy and ducking like crazy, and he couldn't hit me. And I was throwing weird punches from everywhere, and I was landing them. So he was mad that I was landing, he wasn't. So the third round ended it, and they say, I'm the winner in the blue corner, JC Llamas. So I was like, oh my God, I won.
Wow.
And like, I was like so happy because like now I have the money to send it to my grandma.
Yeah.
And people was telling me, hey, how long you been training MMA? And I was like 3 days, 4 days, something like that. And they were like, no way. I was like, yeah, you started on Tuesday. And you already fighting professional? I was like, I didn't know this is pro, but I just needed money, man.
Yeah.
And then people start telling me, like, those comments got to my head, like, bro, if you actually train MMA, boxing, and
it'd be really good.
Working,
yeah,
we can be good, man. And I was like, nah, I don't know, man. That's too brutal.
Well, look, and, I guess, man, like you said, it really seems like you have an incredible story, man. I mean, like you said, everything you've done. It seems like once you put your mind to something, you are, like you said, you get addicted to whatever it is you're doing, and you go, you put everything into it, and that's a rare quality, because a lot of people, maybe people give up, maybe something gets too hard, but that's you have an amazing story, man. I guess let's just kind of fast forward a little bit. Obviously, you have Chris Lytle coming up, who's he's a veteran of the sport, just like yourself. What do you think? I know we talked about it in the face-to-face series with him, but so now we're only 2 weeks out, 2 or 3 weeks out from the fight.
Days.
18 days, yeah. So, we're close. We're getting close. how do you feel right now? How are you feeling right now in preparation for that fight specifically?
If the fight's tomorrow, I'm on weight and I'm ready to fight. That's how good I feel.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow, that's awesome, man. So, like, what any specific predictions or anything?
But I like to be respectful with my opponent
Sure.
and everybody, but my prediction is first round knockout, me winning. That's my prediction,
Wow.
and of course sometimes it doesn't happen the way you predicted.
Yeah.
But I'm willing, man. I'm gonna leave my heart, my soul in there, man. And I this is the first time I can showcase my skills in front of my country. And I know I live in the U.S. and I probably represent both the U.S. and Mexico. But at this moment, for this specific fight, I'm gonna be in my country. This is the first time I fight in front of my country, and a lot of my friends have been asking me like, when you gonna fight here? When we wanna go see you? And it's really hard for them to travel to the U.S. to see me fight. So most of the time they see me fight on YouTube or TV or things like that. And this time, like, I get the opportunity to showcase my skills versus some guy that I truly admire. This guy is an amazing fighter. He's a legend, and the only way you can be a legend is by defeating a legend. And
by beating a legend.
Facts.
This is my opportunity to show people that I'm one of the best out there, and I know I am. I just need them to see me. I just need a little opportunity for them to see, like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Because I know that I am, but they don't know that. And a lot of people, a lot of my friends, they believe in me. They're proud of who I am. They're proud of what I'm doing. They're proud of where I came from. And whenever they see me, like, hey, that's El Taquero, man. That's Chino from the hometown. Like, we used to play marbles together. We used to do this. We used to do that. And I'm proud of this guy, man. Like, they know my story, man. They know where I came from. Like, they know, like, we didn't have food for days. We didn't have electricity for months. They know my struggle. And when they see me on TV doing those things, they're proud. And they tell me, like, man, this guy suffered. And look at him right now.
Wow.
So that brings me a lot of joy and a lot of happiness inside me. And I want to make him proud, man. I want to make my whole country proud. And not just Mexico, also my friends from the U.S. and everybody around the world, like, tell them, like, look, it's possible, man. It's possible. You just have to have a lot of will, a lot of power, will, a lot of faith, and a lot of balls, man. A lot of balls.
No, you're right, man. Look, we're pumped. We're pumped for your fight. We're pumped for the whole card. I mean, as it gets closer, as it gets closer, it gets more exciting, and you kind of get. You get more excited and more excited and more excited, and I can't imagine what it's like for you guys, because I think the crowd is going to be insane. I really do. I think the crowd is going to be awesome. I can't say it enough. We really just cannot freaking wait, man. But
I'm already packing, and we have 18 days. I'm like trying to figure out what I'm bringing and what we have to have. This is going to be a good event. Very happy we're a part of it. Very happy you guys are all a part of it. It's a ridiculous card. All the fights are good. And you're a part of it in your hometown.
Yeah, 100%, man. Look, JC, we don't want to take up too much of your time, man. But like I said, we appreciate it. Tell people where they can get in touch with you on social media.
In my Instagram, is instagram.com/JC Llamas.
Yeah.
MMA. JC Llamas MMA at JC Llamas MMA. On my Facebook, just JC Llamas, and JC just spell the letter J and C. And my last name is LLAMAS. JC Llamas, like como te llamas, like that. Same last name.
Got it.
And Twitter, JC Llamas MMA. I don't really use Twitter that much, but I still have an account. And Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and my YouTube channel is JC Llamas MMA. And I have a lot of my whole stories there, like breakdancing, skateboarding, chess, fights, grappling, a lot of different things.
Awesome.
My new album, I'm doing a music album, is coming up on hopefully at the end of March. We're just working some details, and the same thing with my book. We're just working a couple of things on my book. The name of my book is From Ashes to Flames. It means de cenizas a llamas. Flames in Spanish is llamas. so it has like a double meaning, from something to nothing, I guess.
Like a phoenix,
And
right? Like a phoenix.
yes, like a phoenix,
Yeah.
a phoenix, and my whole life stories there, and a lot of motivational quotes and motivational stories there. The same thing. My album is the same thing. My music album is From Ashes to Flames, and a lot of the songs in the album, they're related to the book, my stories and stuff like that. And it's coming out very soon. I'm doing a couple of music videos on the album as well. So hopefully by the end of March, it's all done, the book and the album, so I can share with all of you guys. And what else? I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors, CK5 Life, some of the freshest and nicest jiu-jitsu geese and gear for grappling out there. And also Sushi Nola, the best sushi in town and seafood in town. Also the Cryo Center, they helping me with my recovery, with my weight cutting, they've been helping me a lot with this process for this camp, for this fight. Also Manny's Masotherapy, the dog and Adam, they've been massaging me, deep tissue massage. They've been helping me out, everything. Like, these guys are amazing. You can follow them on social media, Manny Muscles Therapy, and also Gutierrez and Tires. He's been my sponsor since day one, since I started my fighting career. Gutierrez and Tires, the best wheels and tires in town. Also Coast Flags, they have all the designs, banners, prints, shirts, hats, everything that you can go there and they can hook you up. Also Control Gear, they making my custom shorts, my walkout shirt and everything, so shout out to them too. Shout out to Combat Insiders for this opportunity and for me to be able to pass my voice and let people know a little bit of my story and who I am, and thank you for sharing that to the world. Who else? I know I'm missing a couple. All my students, my training partners, my lawyer, Paige Echeberry, one of the best lawyers in town for attorney law, for family law and stuff like that. She's the best in town for sure. Also, Max Bradley is my property lawyer manager. He's the best in town. He's helping me right now with my property and everything. He's a really good guy. Also, all my students, man, they've been helping me. They've been supporting my career, and all my fans, my family in Mexico, and everybody that is helping me share these videos and like interviews and stuff like that. And it's important that they do help us, because of them we are here, and I'm really grateful and appreciate them for all the love and support.
100%, man. Well, like I said, it was our pleasure to have you on, man. Absolutely, 100%. We thank you so much for your time, man. Go check him out. Like I said, he's going to be facing Chris Lights Out Lytle. That's JC Llamas over there at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship number 4 from Cancun, Mexico. We're excited. Check it out on pay-per-view. Go to barenukle.tv. Go check him out on social media. For Nick Portella, for Joshua Furs, we're Combat Insiders, and we're out.